So I'm going to show you how to correctly administer and graph a MAZE CBM. So to start off, a MAZE CBM is a reading test, and it measures students' comprehension of the text that they are reading. Some materials that you need when you are conducting a MAZE CBM. You need different passages for the grades that the students are in. So, for example, if a student's in 5th grade, you should go online and purchase MAZE passages, and preferably about 33 passages for each grade that you do have. Next, you would need directions for administering and scoring the MAZE CBM, which you can also purchase online. The student will need a writing utensil and a clipboard or something sturdy for them to write on for their selection of their answers. You will need a stopwatch or a timer that has seconds when you are administering this test. The work zone that the students are in needs to be quiet, and you'll need to have some sort of graphing data chart or program to record your results at the end. So a MAZE reading passage has to have 300 words in all levels of difficulty, and 42 words have to be deleted from their reading passage. So over here, you can see what a student sample of a MAZE would look like. Usually it's about a full page passage, and the student obviously would select one of the 3 bolded words in the parentheses, the one that would make the most sense for the sentence that they are reading and the passage that they are reading. When a student is done with their test, when the timer's up, you would go to the examiner key, and it has the correct word is bolded, and you would put a check or an X or circle to signify for yourself that you know which one they did get correct and which ones they did get wrong. So if I was going through and I was grading this, for the first sentence, if she put I would check I off. And for the next parenthesis, if she put eat and it was window, I would circle eat. So I know that she got that incorrect. And then after you grade up until the point where the student stopped. So you look at only what they attempted, not the whole entire sheet. And then you count up the number of correct responses to the number of incorrect responses. So now I'm going to pretend to give a practice MAZE CBM. So obviously the examinee would have a passage for themselves on a clipboard or in a 3-ring binder or anything that kind of just allows them to have their own workspace. For the practice items, you would want to tell students that this is the practice item. And so you could say something like, today I want to read you a short story. The story you will read has some places where you will find you need to choose the correct word. Read the story. When you come to 3 words in dark print, choose the word that belongs in the sentence. For example, look at the first page, read the sentence. The sentence says, Bill threw the ball to Jane. Jane caught the dog, bat, or ball. Which one of these 3 words belongs in the sentence? So over here you can see the sentence that I just read. So the student would then look and say, Bill threw the ball to Jane. Jane caught the ball. So the student should circle ball. So then you would keep going on for as many practice examples as you see fit for your students. Then when you're ready, you would place a copy of the passage in front of the students face down, and you would say, now you're going to do the same thing by yourself. You will read the story for 1 minute. When I say stop, stop reading. Do not begin until I tell you to start. Whenever you come to 3 words that are in dark print, circle the word that belongs in the sentence. Just keep going. So how this would happen, so I should have a timer. I would tell you to do all of those, and then you would have your passage in front of you. So if we were doing it without the practice items, I would say, begin, turn your story, and start reading silently. When you come across a group of 3 words, circle the word that makes the most sense. Work as quickly as you can without making mistakes. If you finish the page, turn the page and keep working until I say stop or you are all done. Do you have any questions? If not, begin. Then I would start the timer for 3 minutes, or I could lessen it to 1 minute or 2.5 minutes. The way that I personally would go through and grade or show the students' progress monitoring, the school that I'm interning at uses AimsWeb, which is a website that allows the teacher to put in the correct over incorrect, and it already graphs all their progress, and parents and administration have access to that information. But I just made a fake PowerPoint or an Excel example of what a MAZE CBM progress graph would look like. And as you could see, the x-axis would have the number of weeks that the student has been working, because they only take a test once a week. And then the side would be their accuracy, or how many words that they got correct on the y-axis. So that is pretty much all I have for MAZE CBM.